Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namami buddham gunasagarantam sattha sada hontu sukhi avera kayo jiguncho sakalo dugando gachanti sambe maranam nahanja. Homage to the exalted one, the worthy one, the perfectly enlightened one. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Dear friends in the Dhamma, today all of you are warmly welcome. Today you came here for a special meritorious act for the meditation. Today we especially celebrate Buddha's 3 auspicious events in his life. You know what they are? Yes, in Vesak day we celebrate Buddha's birthday, his enlightenment and his passing away. And those 3 auspicious events happened in the same day, Vesak full moon day in May month. That is why we Buddhists celebrate Buddha's this very special auspicious event. When we celebrate Buddha's birthday, at the same time we listen to what Buddha taught, and also we try to understand what is discovery, and also we try to practice what he explained, and we try to gain the results in this life. Buddha explained the word truth, and he explained the path of happiness, path of liberation. When we listen to Buddha's message, actually we are so fortunate. We can understand how we develop our happiness, how we overcome our suffering. That is the main purpose of listening to Buddha's message and practicing his message. Especially Buddha says how we develop our success, how we achieve the success in our life. Our success depends on our happiness. Our happiness depends on purification of our mind. Whenever our mind is polluted with negative thoughts, at that time we have no inner peace. Our success, our happiness completely depends on how far we have purified our mind from negative thoughts. Here, it is very important to understand what are the negative thoughts that disturb our peace of mind. Have you heard it? What are the negative thoughts which arise in our mind? According to Buddhism, all negative, unwholesome thoughts can be included into 3. They are lobha, desire, or craving, or lust, and anger, dosa, or ill will, and moha, delusion, or ignorance. Desire, anger, and delusion are the main thoughts, negative thoughts, that disturb our peace of mind. Yes, please.
What was the first one you said?
Desire, or attachment, or craving, or lust. Desire, attachment, craving, or covetousness, these are the synonyms. Okay? And also the second one is anger or ill will. And third one is delusion or ignorance. We should recognize when those thoughts come to our mind, we should be aware of that these kind of thoughts are in my mind. According to Buddhism, our success depends on how far we are aware of our body and mind. Even though we have knowledge, if we are not mindful, actually we are suffering. That is why Buddha says there are two important things, doctrines that we should practice. All Buddhist doctrines can be included into two. One of them is sati, or mindfulness, or awareness. The other one is reflecting on impermanence. These are the two pillars in Buddhism. And also, when we are aware of what Buddha taught, that in one side we develop our mindfulness, awareness of our body and mind. On the other side, we develop practicing impermanence, reflecting on impermanence. And especially we should recognize the nature of these negative thoughts, desire, anger and delusion. What is the desire? Desire means when we experience something through our senses, suddenly our mind is fixed in outside material things or persons. Then we are not away from suffering. On the other side, when we have disattachment, we are angry, we are unhappy. On the other side, we don't know what happens to our mind at the moment. That means ignorance or delusion. Here especially, according to Buddhist meditation, all Buddhist doctrines, especially all meditation techniques, depends on practicing mindfulness. Day by day, we go forward on the path of meditation in Buddhism. Gradually, our mindfulness increases. It means we are aware of that what happens to my body and mind when we experience through our senses. How many senses that we have? How many spheres we have? There are 6 senses, 6 spheres. They are eye, ear, nose, tongue, body and mind. When we experience something, suddenly our mind goes outside. Then in one way, sometimes we have attachment, sometimes we have disattachment. It means actually we are not in mindfulness. If we are mindful, as soon as we experience something through our senses, we look at inside. But other people, even scientists, they always look at outside. What happens to the world? What happens to other beings? What happens to other planets? They are looking at outside. But we, who wants to attain happiness or peace, has to look at inside. This is the path of liberation. Here especially, according to Buddhism, there are 2 meditation techniques. What they are? Concentration meditation, or samadhi meditation, and insight meditation. Samadhi meditation means living in the present moment, we purify our mind from anger and desire. By practicing insight meditation or vipassana meditation, reflecting on impermanence, we trained our mind to overcome delusion. These are the purposes of Buddhist 2 meditation techniques. They are concentration meditation or samadhi meditation and insight meditation or vipassana meditation. And especially, little by little, we purify our mind from negative thoughts because we like happiness. Our main purpose is our happiness. We don't give a chance to anybody to disturb our peace of mind. Our success depends on how far we have created a very strong, unshaken mind that nobody can disturb. Nobody can steal our peace of mind. If we can change our mind, if someone can disturb our peace of mind, it means we are not successful. Even though we are very educated, even though we are very rich, actually if someone can disturb our peace of mind, it means we are not successful. That's why always Buddha explained the way how we make an unshaken mind. This is the purpose of all Buddhist meditation techniques. Here, it is very important to understand how we purify our mind. But sometimes we can see people who are in the world, they suddenly want to practice something. But it is not good according to Buddhism. Why is that? Buddha says, I proclaim the liberation, those who know the path, those who see the path. If you want to go a place you never gone, what you should do first? First of all, you should know where I go, the place or address. You should check the place where you are going to. Without knowing the place that you are going, even though you drive fast, you can't reach the destination. You are unable to reach the destination if you don't know the place where you are going to. Buddhism also like that. Buddha explained the worldly truth, the sublime truth. Buddha says very clearly, whether a Buddha appears or not in the world, this truth is forever. Even though Buddha discovered this message, Buddha says, this message doesn't belong to even Buddha. Buddha realized and discovered and proclaimed the worldly truth. That message doesn't belong to even the Buddha. If we can understand this message, actually we know the way how we overcome suffering, how we achieve the real happiness, liberation, freedom. All Buddhist doctrines focus on liberation or freedom. What is the freedom? What is the liberation? If we depend on outside persons or material things, it means we have no real liberation. You have no real freedom. Even though you have a lot of facilities, even though you are very rich and educated, you have no real freedom if you depend on outside. In this world, Buddha explained the way how we make a real liberation, freedom in our life. For that, we have to overcome 3 unwholesome roots, 3 unwholesome thoughts, as I mentioned before: desire, anger, and delusion. For that, here it is very important to understand, first of all, we trained our mind to overcome anger and desire. For that, Buddha has explained some meditation techniques. According to Buddhism, there are 40 meditation techniques as samatha or concentration meditation. According to our characters, we can choose some kind of techniques and we can practice them in our day-to-day life. If you want to see the beauty of your life, actually you have to practice these meditation techniques. At the very beginning, on the path of liberation, Buddha explained the importance of practicing loving kindness. Have you heard about loving kindness meditation? Yes, metta bhavana. Anger is the main reason that we suffer. According to Buddhism, these are the real enemies. We usually think that enemies are outside. Actually, real enemies are inside. Buddha says, it is very easy to defeat thousands of enemies at the battlefield. But the very important thing is defeating inner enemies who are negative thoughts. If we can understand or recognize and overcome these negative thoughts, actually we are so fortunate. We know the way how we overcome suffering. Here, it is very important to practice loving kindness meditation. How do we practice loving kindness meditation? First of all, we think our success. May I be well, happy and peaceful. May I be successful always. May my all righteous wishes meet with success. May I attain final bliss of liberation. Again and again, we contemplate our success, our happiness. Then, we think other people's success. We wish other people, may all beings be well, happy and peaceful. Little by little we can spread it. First we think, may my relatives be well, happy and peaceful. May my friends be well, happy and peaceful. May my enemies be well, happy and peaceful. Again and again we think. Then we can keep everyone in a stage like our family. Then we see the whole world like our home, like our family, like our children. We always wish other people's success. As the result of practicing loving kindness meditation, as soon as we meet a person, we see that person like my only son or daughter. As soon as you meet a person, you think that person is my only son or daughter. Then you have no problems. You have no struggles in your mind. Always you wish other people's success and you are ready to help others. When they are unhappy, you help them. When they are happy, you are happy. And when you can control something, you make an unshaken mind. You practice equanimity. When we practice meditation of loving kindness, actually we have not only loving kindness, but we have other three qualities, sublime states. What they are? When we practice meditation, other three qualities gradually increase. What they are? Karuna or compassion, mudita, sympathetic joy, and upekha, equanimity. These are the qualities with divine persons, especially Brahmas, are living. In the Brahma realms, the highest beings, higher realm beings living with these four things. If you can practice these four sublime states, it means you are living as a Brahma being. Physically you are a human being, but mentally you are like a Brahma or God. This is the way that Buddha says how we live like a Brahma bearing a human physical body. On this path of liberation, Buddha explained very clearly how we practice concentration meditation. Like loving kindness meditation, breathing meditation, contemplating on Buddha's qualities, contemplating on Buddha's teachings, qualities. These are the techniques that we that we use to concentrate our mind in the present moment. Especially by practicing meditation, in one side, we trained our mind to live in the present moment. That is one of the purposes of meditation. Because always we live in the past or future. That's why we have lost our happiness. In this situation, we trained our mind again and again, live to in the present moment. We keep our full attention in the present moment. When we think something which happened in the past, we suddenly know that this is not the present incident, this is the incident that happened in the past. Then we are not ignorant. Then we are not unhappy. For example, when you think some incident like a person has blamed you, as soon as you remember that incident, what happens to you? Yes, suddenly you may get angry. What is the reason? The reason is your mind suddenly goes to the past without mindfulness. That is why you are unhappy. If you are aware of the present moment, you can remember anything in the past or future, but you are in the present moment, then you are not unhappy. You see those incidents mindfully without suffering. This is the way, this is the path that Buddha explained in the mindfulness. And especially by practicing samatha meditation, in one side we trained our mind to live in the present moment, not only living in the present moment, but we trained our mind to live with a wholesome object, kusala aramuna, such as loving kindness, compassion. Those are the thoughts that we can practice as positive thoughts. You know, there are some beings in the world, those who live in the present moment. Especially children, very small children, they live in the present moment. But they are not away from suffering. That is why Buddha says, even though you live in the present moment, you are not successful. You have another practice that you have to develop positive thoughts. That is the other thing. On the other side, in the Vipassana meditation, we reflect on impermanence. Even though you have negative or positive thoughts, actually, we are not away from suffering. Sometimes we think that if I have positive thoughts, I am successful. Actually, in the mundane level, it is successful. When we are going to the higher level, the supra-mundane level, we are not successful even though our mind has positive thoughts. Why is that? The reason is we are not away from ignorance. What is the ignorance? Ignorance means when we think something, we think it is in outside. When we meet something, we think it is here before I saw it. After I experience that thing, it remains here. That is the nature of ignorance. Later we discuss it. First, I would like to explain some meditation techniques like loving kindness meditation, how we practice it, and we trained our mind to live in the present moment. At the same time, we trained our mind to develop positive thoughts, and finally, we are going to reflect on impermanence. Okay, first, let's practice loving kindness meditation. Okay. First of all, we think ourselves, we wish our success, then gradually we develop this loving kindness to other people too. And please prepare your body for meditation. Relax your body, please. Relax your body. Now I am sitting in a very pleasant, calm environment. Everything is prepared for my inner peace. I pay my gratitude to the people, those who have arranged these facilities. And now I am aware of my body posture, that I am sitting here, from my legs to head, my legs, knees, hands, shoulders, neck and head. I am aware of my body and I keep my full attention in the present moment. Now I keep my attention around the nose in the present moment. First of all, I think my success, my life. Then I spread my loving kindness to other people too. May I be well, happy and peaceful. May I successful everywhere. May my all righteous wishes meet with success. May I attain final bliss of liberation. I completely live in the present moment, contemplating on loving kindness. May I be well, happy and peaceful. May I be well, happy and peaceful. May I be well, happy and peaceful. I like my success. I like my happiness. Other people also like their success, their happiness. I wish all of them, because a lot of people in the world help me for my facilities every day. I pay my gratitude to them and I wish all of them. May all beings at this temple be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings at this temple be successful everywhere, every moment. May all beings at this temple attain final bliss of liberation. May all beings in this city, Pasadena, be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings in this city be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings in this city be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings in this county, Los Angeles, be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings in this county be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings in this county be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings in this state, California, be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings in this state, California, be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings in this country, USA, be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings in this country be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings in this country be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings in this continent, America, be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings in this continent, America, be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings in this planet, the earth, be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings in this planet, the earth, be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings in this solar system be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings in the solar system be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings in the solar system be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings in this galaxy, the Milky Way, be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings in this galaxy, the Milky Way, be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings in this galaxy, the Milky Way, be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings in this universe be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings in this universe be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings in this universe be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings in this entire world be well, happy and peaceful. I keep my full attention in the present moment with loving kindness. I wish all people in the world, I wish their success, their happiness. May all beings in the entire world be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings 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 be well, happy and peaceful. I see all the world like my home, like my family. I see all people like my children. I wish them. I always wish that may all beings be well, happy and peaceful. I am happy when other people are successful. I am compassionate when other people are unhappy. I help them to overcome suffering. And I have mindfulness, I have loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy and equanimity. When I can control other people's suffering, I keep my attention in equanimity. I make an unshaken mind among good and bad. I see all the world like my home, like my children. I always wish that may all beings be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings be well, happy and peaceful. I keep my full attention in the present moment with loving kindness. May all beings be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings be well, happy and peaceful. Every moment my body changed, my mind also changed. Everything is impermanent. Always my mind arised and ceased. Always my mind arises and immediately it ceases. This is the nature of my mind. To reflecting on this impermanence of my mind, I keep my full attention around the nose in the present moment. Everything is impermanent. Everything is impermanent. Everything is impermanent. my mind always arises and ceases. I have only the present thought. That present thought is not permanent. Always that present thought arises and immediately it ceases. I see this impermanence which happens to my mind always. My mind and mental formations arise and cease at the moment. I have only the present thought. That present thought also impermanent. I have nothing to see anything in my life which is permanent. Everything is impermanent. Everything is impermanent. Everything is impermanent. Everything is impermanent. Every moment, my mind arises with the conditions. When conditions cease, my mind also ceases. I have only thing in my life that is impermanence. When I see this impermanence which happens to my mind, I don't find anything to attach or disattach. As soon as I experience something outside, immediately I look at my inside, reflecting on impermanence. My mind arises and ceases. This is only thing that I have in my life. Everything is impermanent. Everything is impermanent. Everything is impermanent. Everything is impermanent. I keep my full attention in the present moment. I don't think my past or future. I just think only the present thought. Every moment my thoughts arise and cease at the moment. At once I have only one thought. When that thought ceases, the other thought arises. My mind is so fast, it changes immediately. Reflecting on this impermanence which happens to my mind, I keep my full attention in the present moment. Everything is impermanent. Everything is impermanent. Everything is impermanent. Now I am going to end practicing loving kindness meditation and reflecting on impermanence inside meditation, but furthermore I am aware of my body and mind. Mindfully, now I open my eyes. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Dear friends in the Dhamma, at this moment we practice a very simple meditation technique in Buddhism. Actually, this is a very primary meditation technique in Buddhism. This is the place where we start our meditation according to Buddhism. When we purify our mind from anger, then we can overcome suffering. We are so happy. With that happiness, our energy, our courage gradually increases. Then we have energy to go forward, liberating from unsatisfactoriness or suffering. And that's why Buddha says, when we practice Dhamma, one of the qualities of Dhamma is visible results. And when you listen to Buddha's message, actually there are some qualities in Dhamma. Dhamma is well expounded by the Buddha. Visible results immediately affect you, calling one to come and see, leading onwards, and to be personally realized by the wise. These are the qualities of the Dhamma. One of them is visible results. What is the visible results? When we practice Dhamma, at the moment we can overcome suffering. We can reduce our negative thoughts, such as anger. Then we are happy. Then we energize our effort to go forward by practicing Dhamma, seeing results, and liberating from unhappiness. And especially, as I mentioned before, Buddha has explained two meditation techniques. One of them is concentration meditation or samatha meditation. The other one is insight meditation or vipassana bhavana. By practicing concentration meditation, we trained our mind to overcome anger and desire. Those are the unwholesome thoughts that disturb our peace of mind. The purpose of Buddhist meditation technique is that purifying our mind. Our success depends on how far we have purified our mind from negative thoughts. Here it is very important to recognize our real enemies inside the negative thoughts. And then we trained our mind to live in the present moment with mindfulness. Not only living in the present moment, but we develop positive thoughts such as loving kindness. And then finally we go to the higher level, in the supramundane level, reflecting on impermanence. Keeping our attention, awareness in the present moment, like put on the switch of light. Now lights are shining. That is like our samatha meditation. The duration of practicing samatha is, for concentration meditation, is like having some light. But this light is impermanent. Anytime electricity may go. The thinness. There is a special thing that we should do while we have light. We have to write a letter with a pen. Even though lights go away, the letter that we wrote, receive. Practicing insight meditation also like that. Practicing concentration meditation is like having some very beautiful light. Writing a letter under that light is like writing a letter. Under the light, we write a letter. Even though electricity goes away, we can find our letter that we have wrote. Practicing insight meditation also like that. When we practice impermanence again and again, then gradually our wisdom increases. Even though we go away from meditation, the development or success of our insight meditation remains. It doesn't go away. That is the nature of wisdom or insight meditation. Here it is very important to understand impermanence that Buddha says. When we practice insight meditation, we should recognize the real meaning of impermanence that Buddha says. What is the impermanence as you know? What is the impermanence? People usually say that impermanence is like change. Now, you are okay, sometimes you may get sick. That is changing. You have a young age, now your physical body gradually goes to old age. That is changing. That is not impermanence, that Buddhism says. Understanding of impermanence is very important. This is the place that you can show your intelligence. Even though you are well educated, Buddhism doesn't say that you are intelligent or you are wise. Your success, your skillfulness depends on how far you have realized impermanence. What is the impermanence? Impermanence means not being occurred comes to occurrence, being occurred will not go to occurrence. If you have some experience at the moment through our senses, that experience arises at the moment. For example, when you listen to this sound didn't come to the present from the past. This sound will not go to future from the present. This sound arises at the moment with the conditions. When conditions go away, the experience ceases. Our all experience that we receive through our six senses also like that. When you look at something, that experience arises at the moment. When you hear something, when you taste something, when you smell something, when you touch something, when you remember something, when you think something, all those experiences are impermanent. It means they arise at the moment. But ordinary people think that before the experience there was something here. After the experience ceases, that remains. Actually, it is true according to mundane level, conventional truth. When we go to the higher level, ultimate truth, supramundane level, actually we have no ready-made things in our spiritual world. In the conventional truth, we have ready-made things. But in the ultimate truth, in the supramundane level, we have nothing which is ready-made. We create everything at the moment according to our present mental condition. We should develop this high intention, high understanding little by little. By practicing insight meditation, vipassana, bhavana, we trained our mind to realize this reality in our spiritual world. Then, as soon as we experience something through our senses, we know very well this incident happens at the moment. Then, our mind is so fresh. We have no old things in our mind. Now, day by day, we are going to old age. We lose our happiness. What is the reason? The reason is we have a lot of experience that we have taken as permanent, which happened in the past. As soon as you meet a person, your mind goes to past. Always you combine those experiences which happened in the past. Then you have no inner peace. Then, little by little, we purify our mind from delusion. This is the delusion. And also, when we look at something, we think there is something outside. There are some people outside. It is true. It is true according to as conventional truth. When we go to the deeper level, ultimate truth, actually there are no persons outside. We create persons inside. Outside there are only 4 fundamental elements. Earth element, water elements, fire elements, and wind elements. Everywhere we can see only these 4 fundamental elements. For example, when there is a person here, you may think that this is my friend, this is my brother, or this is my relative. When there is here that your mom thinks that this is my son. Then you may think that this is my brother or friend or relative. Mom thinks that this is my son. When there is a lion here, how does he think? He may think that this is my lunch. This is my diet for my lunch. Actually, outside things and persons are made by our internal mental objects. If we can understand this reality, actually we are so fortunate we know the way how to overcome suffering. But in the conventional truth, in the mundane level, scientists and other people, they think whatever I experience, other people also can experience in the same way. But it is not true. This is a world for me. When other people look at this world, sometimes their experiences are different. For example, there are some gods who can go through the walls. This is not a world for them. This is a world only for me, according to my experience, according to my mental objects. When my mental objects and delusion change, automatically my senses change, then what I experience changes. This is the reality that we discover throughout practicing insight meditation, what Buddha said. That is why Buddha says, when we start Buddhist meditation techniques, we should understand what is the purpose of practicing Dhamma, what is the destination, what is the liberation, where we are going to. But some people, when we go to some meditation classes, suddenly they think that keep your attention in the present moment, close your eyes, sit down. They suddenly say that something to practice. But Buddha says, this is like a journey that you are going to. When we start a journey, first of all, you should have clear understanding where I am going to. What is the place I am going to? Without knowing the destination, your effort is not successful. That is why, by practicing Buddhist meditation techniques, we not only live in the present moment, but we train our mind to reflect on impermanence. Living in the present moment, only one of the techniques, but it is not only one thing. Buddha says, Satipatthana and Satipatthana Bhavana, mindfulness and mindful meditation. People, the ordinary people, know only mindfulness. They don't know mindful meditation. You know, everywhere you can find people practice mindfulness. There is a difference between mindfulness and mindful meditation. What is the mindfulness that ordinary people think? They always advise us to live in the present moment. Forget your past, forget your future, keep your full attention in the present moment. This is your success. It is correct according to Buddhism? If it is correct, actually animals are the successful beings in the world. Why is that? They don't think they are past or future. They live in the present moment. Very little children are also successful because they don't think they are past, they don't think they are future. They live in the present moment. But ordinary people, even psychiatrists, they recommend you to practice mindfulness, living in the present moment. They always advise us that you should forget your past and future to stress management. For stress management, they always advise us to forget our past and future. It is good. How about Buddhism? Does Buddhism say you to forget your past and future? Buddhism never says. If you practice your mindfulness, your memory increases. If your memory decreases, be sure it is a big mistake in your life. Buddhism never says that to forget. Forgiveness is a quality, but forgetting is not a quality. The main doctrine in Buddhism is mindfulness. When you increase your mindfulness, your memory also gradually increases. You know, there are some spiritual beings like Arhantas. When they increase their mindfulness, they could explain everything which happened from their birth. Not only birth, but when they were in the mother's womb, they had to explain everything. Not only that, actually they could explain more than 500 previous births. Are they in suffering? No. They remember, they remind all things mindfully, living in the present moment. Remembering is not a mistake. Remembering is not the reason of suffering. The reason of suffering is ignorance. Now, when we think something, when we remember something, our mind suddenly goes to past. Not only mind goes to past, but mind lives in the past experience. That is why we are suffering. We have no aware of that now I am living in here. When you remember your home, suddenly your mind goes to home. What is that? You have no mindfulness. When we practice mindfulness, actually, We live not only in the present moment, but we think, we reflect on impermanence. What is that? Whatever I experience at the moment, that I read my mind at the moment, not the real thing. When you think your home, do you think your present home? Just home? When you think your mom, or when you think your living relative, do you think your present relative? No. You read your mind, which happened in the past. If you can think your present home, that you should have an ability to say that who are in front of the home just now. You can say it. You read your mind as past experience. Actually, this is the reality. Not only that incident, but everything that we think is like that. Be sure, even you look at me, when you recognize me, you can't recognize me through your eyes. You recognize me through your mind. When you recognize me as a monk, your first experience that you receive through your eyes has ceased. That is the nature of our life. That is the place what we should realize always. That is the place where we should be mindful. That is the place where we can show our proficiency, skillfulness. These are the qualities that we develop in our life if we are intelligent, if we are wise. Here, by practicing meditation in Buddhism, in one side, we develop our mindfulness, living in the present moment, aware of our mind and body. On the other side, inside meditation or vipassana meditation, we trained our mind to reflect on impermanence. What is the impermanence? Our eye is impermanent. What is the impermanence of eye? Can you see your eye? You can see this physical eye, but the ability of seeing cannot be seen. We can see forms, material things, but we can see eyes, nose, ears, our body, we can see. We can see forms, we can see our body. Our body appears when some experience comes here. When somebody hit you, your entire body is here. That body appears when you have some touching. The forms, external forms, appear when you open your eyes. Not only you open your eyes, but there are some conditions like light, your consciousness, your attention. There are several things are together. Now, you look at me. You are looking at me. Your eyes is like a mirror. When you open your eyes, the all things comes to your eyes. But that doesn't go to your consciousness. Why is that? You have no attention to that objection. There is a pen here. until I saw this pen, you didn't see this pen. But that pen came to your eye. Your eye is like a mirror. But without your consciousness, your attention, this object doesn't appear. Our all experience also like that. There are a lot of sounds around here. A lot of vehicles going here and there. But because of your no attention, you didn't recognize. Now you have attention, you can find a vehicle is going there. Our experience also like that. These senses, internal spheres, alive when our attention is with that. This experience actually is impermanent. That experience arises in this moment. But our ignorance doesn't believe it. Our ignorance always invites us to live in the past or future. That is why we are suffering. If we can keep our full attention in the present moment, in mindfulness, and reflecting on impermanence, then our mind doesn't go outside. Our mind is not fixed in outside. As soon as we experience something, we look at inside. Now we are looking at outside. If we look at outside, it means we are not mindful. It means we have no liberation. We have no freedom. Our real liberation, freedom, depends on how far we are looking at inside when we experience something through our senses. Buddha says, whenever you are in mindfulness, it means you are in the field of the Buddha, or you are in the field of the God. Whenever you are away from mindfulness, it means you are in the field of devil or Mara. It means that devil can control you. This is the real safety. Living in mindfulness is the real safety. That nobody can disturb us. Day by day, by practicing meditation, we train our mind to live in the present moment in mindfulness. On the other side, we train our mind to reflect on impermanence. That is the purpose of Buddhist meditation. Here, we are going to practice another meditation technique, that breathing meditation. As I mentioned before, there are 40 meditation techniques. 40. Among them, one of them is breathing meditation or Anapanasati Bhavana. Breathing meditation means we contemplate on breathing in and out. We think here our very natural breathing in and out. Focusing our mind around the nose. When we breathe in, we are aware of that I am breathing in. When I am breathing out, I know I am breathing out. But here the important thing is we contemplate on our very natural breathing. We don't breathe by force. We think our very natural breathing in and out. According to Buddhist meditation techniques, among those 40 meditation techniques, breathing meditation is different. All other 39 meditation techniques focus on creating positive thoughts. But here, by practicing breathing meditation, we don't create even positive thoughts. Here, from beginning to end, gradually, we decrease our thoughts. That is why Buddha says, among Buddhist meditation techniques, breathing meditation is very calm and quiet. This is a very pleasant meditation technique. If you want to see the beauty of your life, Buddha invites us to practice breathing meditation. The reason is, all Buddhas who appeared in the world have attained enlightenment by practicing breathing meditation. On the other side, a lot of Arahants, noble disciples of the Buddha, have attained enlightenment by practicing breathing meditation. Buddha says, when you practice breathing meditation, fourfold mindfulness increases. When fourfold mindfulness increases, other 7 enlightenment factors gradually increase. When those 7 enlightenment factors increase, you achieve other 2 spiritual stages. Those are knowledge and liberation. Buddha says, when you practice only one meditation technique, which is breathing meditation or anapanasati, fourfold mindfulness increases, develops gradually, automatically. On the other side, 7 enlightenment factors, mindfulness, keen investigation, like that there are 7 factors, spiritual factors, gradually increase. On the other side, gradually we are reaching the destination with knowledge and liberation. Here is very important practicing breathing meditation. Here, now we are going to practice few minutes breathing meditation. Okay, please get ready for that. Please prepare your body for breathing meditation. Relax your body, please. Relax your body. Relax your body. Now I am sitting in a very pleasant, calm environment. Now I am aware of my body posture from legs to head. I am completely aware of my body posture from legs to head. Now I keep my attention around the nose at the present moment with mindfulness. When I breathe in, I am aware of that I am breathing in. When I breathe out, I know that I am breathing out. With awareness, I am breathing in and out, keeping my full attention around the nose in the present moment. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. breathing out. I am completely aware of my breathing in and out in the present moment. I don't tilt my past or future or outside sounds. I am completely aware of my breathing in and out. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. I am breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. When I breathe in alone, I am aware of that I am breathing in alone. When I breathe out alone, I am aware of that I am breathing out alone. When I breathe in short, I know that I am breathing in short. When I breathe out in short, I know that I am breathing out in short. Knowing of the short and long breathing, I am breathing in and out. I completely keep my attention around the nose in the present moment, breathing in and out. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Every moment my body changed, my mind also changed. Everything is impermanent. Reflecting on this impermanence, keeping my attention around the nose, I am breathing in and out. My mind always arises and ceases. I think this impermanence at the same time when I am aware of breathing in and out. My thought is impermanent. Always my thoughts arise and cease at the moment. At once I have only one thought. When one thought ceases, the other thought arises. Mind is impermanent. Mind is impermanent. Every moment my senses arise and cease. My ear is impermanent, sounds are impermanent. My body is impermanent, feelings are impermanent. Mind is impermanent, mental formations are impermanent. My tongue is impermanent, taste is impermanent. My all internal spheres, senses, are impermanent because they arise at the moment with the conditions and immediately they cease at the moment when conditions go away. Everything is impermanent. Everything is impermanent. Everything is impermanent. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Reflecting on impermanence, which happens to my mind always. I am breathing in and out. Mind is impermanent. Mind is impermanent. My present thought is impermanent. Every moment, my present thought arises when conditions are together. Immediately it ceases when conditions cease. I have only thing in my life is this impermanence, which happens to my mind always, the impermanence. Reflecting on impermanence, which happens to my mind always, I am breathing in and out. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. I am breathing in and out with good attention and awareness. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing fully aware of my breathing in and out, keeping my attention in the present moment. Everything is impermanent. My eye is impermanent, forms are impermanent, ear is impermanent, sounds are impermanent, nose is impermanent, smell is impermanent, my tongue is impermanent, taste is impermanent, body is impermanent, feelings are impermanent, mind is impermanent, mental formations are impermanent. Everything is impermanent. Everything arises and ceases at the moment. I have nothing to catch as permanent. Everything in my entire life is impermanent. Everything arises at the moment and immediately they cease. Not being occurred comes to occurrence. Being occurred will not go to occurrence. This is the reality in my life. Everything is impermanent. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Everything is impermanent. While I am breathing in and out, I reflect on impermanence which happens to my entire life every moment. The only thing that I can see in my life is impermanence. Everything is impermanent. Internal spheres or senses are impermanent. External objects are also impermanent. All of them arise at the moment. Immediately they cease when conditions cease. Everything is impermanent. 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 I am breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Now I am going to end breathing meditation, but furthermore I am aware of my body and mind. I do everything physically and also I think everything mentally, mindfully. I always live in mindfulness in the present moment. And now, mindfully, I open my eyes. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Dear friends in the Dhamma, today, Buddha's birthday, Vesak full moon day, we discuss Buddhist meditation techniques. Especially, we discuss the important things in Buddhist meditation. Especially, you have heard about mindfulness. As soon as you listening to mindfulness, you mostly think that only living in the present moment. But it is not the real mindfulness in Buddhism. I explain the difference between mindful and mindful meditation. Mindful means living in the present moment. Mindful meditation is while we are living in the present moment, we reflect on impermanence. In Buddha's word, it says in Pali, Samudaya Dhammanupasse viharati, Vaya Dhammanupasse viharati. It means, when thoughts arise, we are aware of that my thoughts arise. When those thoughts cease, I know very well these thoughts cease. that is mindful meditation. Mindful and mindful meditation. Mindful means living in the present moment, keeping our attention in body and mind. Mindful meditation is that reflecting on impermanence. These both things are together in Buddhist meditation. Those are the things that we should develop in our mind for the success of our spiritual life. Our liberation completely depends on how far we have developed our mindfulness. Mindfulness is the center of all doctrines. Buddha says there are 5 spiritual faculties. They are Saddha, Virya, Sati, Samadhi, Panya. Saddha means confidence in Buddha's enlightenment. Virya means energy. Sati means mindfulness. Samadhi means concentration. Panya means wisdom. When we develop mindfulness with the understanding of the dependent origination, our concentration, the duration of concentration in our mind in the present moment gradually increases. On the other side, wisdom, the ability to reflect on impermanence gradually increases. On the other side, our energy that we go forward gradually increases. When we see the visible results, we are hurried to achieve the results. And also when we purify our mind from negative thoughts, then we are happy, then we see the results, then we are confident in Buddha's enlightenment. It doesn't mean that we should respect or we should worship the Buddha. It depends on our behavior, but we have a very great confidence. When we see the results, we know very well we can achieve the liberation, then day by day we go forward. Buddha says one day, as an intelligent person, the highest qualities that we have to practice are concentration and wisdom. Concentration means the duration of that we concentrate our mind. Wisdom means the duration of practicing, reflecting on impermanence. As my opinion, I always say that the duration of concentration is like our GPA, grade point average. The duration of reflecting on impermanence is like our IQ, intelligence quotient. These are the real skills that we can develop in our life in the name of happiness, liberation, freedom. The center of all these qualities is mindfulness. That is why Buddha says, practicing mindfulness is the only way for the liberation. Practicing mindfulness is the only way to get rid of suffering. Practicing mindfulness is the only way to happiness. For that, day by day, we should go forward. Now we keep our hands to Buddha Puja, to offerings to the Buddha. They are prepared foods and all items to offer the Buddha. And that is one of our traditions that we do. At the same time, we get our foods, we offer those things to Buddha. Even though Buddha has passed away, when we think Buddha's qualities, Buddha is alive in our spiritual world. That is why when we use something, useful things, we offer those things to the Buddha, contemplating on Buddha's noble qualities. Such indeed is the exalted one, worthy, perfectly enlightened, endowed with knowledge and conduct, knower of the world, the teacher of gods and men, incomparable trainer of persons to be tamed, enlightened and exalted. Contemplating on Buddha's these noble qualities, we offer all items to the Buddha, foods, drinks, flowers and incense. Okay, with that intention, let's say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namami buddham gunasagarantam satta sada hontu sukhi avera khayo jiguncho sakalo dugando gachanti sambe maranam ahanca namami dhammam sugatena desitam santa sada hontu sukhi avera kayo jiguncho sakaro duvandho gachanti sambe maranam ahanca namami sangham muniraja savakan santa sada hontu sukhi avera kayo jiguncho sakalo dugando gachanti sambe maranam ahanca vandami cetiyang sambang sambatane supatittitam saririka dhatu mahabodhim buddha rupam sakalam sada adivase tuno bhante paniyam nupanamitam anukampan upadaya patiganhatu muntaman adivase tuno bhante bhojanam upanamitam anukampan upadaya patiganhatu muntaman adivase tuno bhante sambang sandaya pujitam anukampan upadaya patiganhatu muntaman imina punya kamnena mame bala samagamu satang samagamu hotu yavanimbana pantiya. By the power of all these meritorious activities that you acquired at the moment, by listening to Dhamma, by practicing Dhamma, and by practicing meditation, offering foods to the Buddha, you did a lot of merits here. By the power of all this spiritual energy, may you be well, happy and peaceful. May your all righteous wishes meet with success. Finally, may all of us attain final bliss of liberation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Dukkham pantāca nindukkhā Bhayam pantāca nimbhayam Sokam pantāca nissokā Hontu samde pipanino. May the triple gem